Hello, everyone. Welcome to this one of a kind episode of Convo with Ayush. I have the amazing expert Pratik with me, the founder of Concept to Company. We will talk more about him, but पहले थोड़ी intention और context setting कर लेते हैं. This is for any person who is aspiring owner for a business or want to launch a business, whether online or offline, a healer, a coach, or a consultant. हम बेसिक से एडवांस तक के स्टेप बाय स्टेप आपको पूरा रोड मैप दिखाएंगे कि क्या प्रॉब्लम्स आप फेस करने वाले हो, उसके क्या शॉर्टकट सॉल्यूशंस है और कहाँ आपको टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करना है, क्या चीजें आपको फॉलो करनी है, हाउ टू बिकम एन एंटरप्रेन्योर फ्रॉम योर आइडियाप्रेन्योर. अगर आपके पास कोई भी आइडिया है जो आपको लगता है कि एक बिजनेस बन सकता है, देन दिस इज द परफेक्ट पॉडकास्ट फॉर यू. We will also have a special Q&A session for the premium community members of who have already joined in. So we will also be taking questions from people who are already coaches. तो आपको insider point of view भी मिल जाएगा कि actually on the ground लोग क्या problems face कर रहे हैं. Now a little bit more about this amazing person sitting right in front of me. So he has an experience of 10 plus years in the corporate business, जहाँ पे इन्होंने मल्टी करोड़ कंपनीज को हैंडल किया है, किन किन लोगों के साथ काम किया है एंड क्या क्या अचीवमेंट्स है वो खुद बताएंगे. Because I want to literally know his story इनकी खुद की जबानी, because like most amazing people they don't show off, but I want them to today, ताकि हम actually behind the scenes जान सके कि अभी हम जो देख रहे हैं ये इंसान बनने के लिए एक्चुअली कितने सालों की मेहनत, डेडिकेशन और क्या क्या सेक्रीफाइसेस लगते हैं. So stay tuned till the very end क्योंकि आप सभी के लिए बहुत सारे free bonuses हैं for the people who are right now in the Zoom meeting and for the people who are watching us on YouTube or any other platform as a podcast. If you want to be successful as an entrepreneur, you have to watch till the end. Trust me, it will change your entire perception completely. Now over to our expert, Mr. Pratik. So you can take it over from here. But first, let's know कि जो expertise की मैं बात कर रही हूँ वो आता कहाँ से है. So please, Pratik, tell us all about it.
First of all, thank you, Ayushi, for this warm welcome. And this time you have put me in the spot because earlier आप introduce कर लेते and sometime I would many a times when I close some big deals on high ticket clients also, few of my friends and my mentors say, okay, you publish this results also and all. So sometime you know I like to keep it grounded there, right? But then I have my well-wishers and mentors like you who continuously push me to showcase this, right? So anyways, please take it with a you know kind of I'm being kind of humble here and not blowing my own trumpet, just that I've been asked to, hence I am sharing this. So basically, I'm Prateek Vashne. I have 12 plus years of sales, business development, and corporate business experience. What I did was I was working with a lot of early stage startups which were very nascent in stage, be it Snapdeal, OYO, Unacademy, Upgrad, Home Credit, right? Where I learned from some brilliant minds how to start a business, right? See, it's a science which I gradually got to know. I thought that it's a fluke or something like that, where you can just start from anywhere and then एक के बाद एक चीजें होती चली जाती है, and it gets bigger via chance. But as I started to grow up in leadership, started to indulge in more activities via which I could make the business, I got to know that every time the pattern was getting repeated. And hence I got to know okay, this is a complete science. It's a complete step-by-step process. जिसको अगर कर दिया तो success guaranteed है, right? So that's what I learned from many of the eminent personalities, and I've seen multi-crore businesses being developed from there, right? So these are the few ones I've worked with. Let me know if you can see my screen, right? So
Yes,
if you can see this, he's Sonu Sharma, right? He's a very big social media motivator, influencer, have around 20 million followers, if I'm not wrong. Last checked I. So have worked with him while I was in an academy. He was, associated with that. If you can see him, this guy, he is Ritesh Agarwal. He briefly held the record for youngest billionaire, right? So worked very closely with him and others leaders. For example, this is Varun Jain, who is OYO India's CEO, right? So I worked with them at a very nascent stage in OYO, and now OYO is a multi-billion dollar company itself, right? And then we have Ronnie Screwwala here, right? And recently, it's a very recent pick of 4 or 5 months back where I was working with Upgrad and, scaling their B2B businesses from scratch, right? He is Robin Singh, ex-Indian cricketer and obviously Indian coach also. Worked with him when he was in BCCI, and obviously you know this guy. I hope so. Everyone knows him. So he's Shah Rukh Khan, and I worked with him for his movie Happy New Year, right? And learned a lot, did a digital marketing, was able to, spread the word for Happy New Year in multiple countries, European and Latin American countries where Hindi is still a, far-fetched point. And I'm talking about 2014, and now it is 2024, and Shah Rukh is even a bigger icon now, the second richest actor in the world, if I'm not wrong, right? So have worked with these eminent personalities and I've learned a lot, right? And that's what when you work with people who know how to grow businesses, right? You learn from them, and that's what I tried to do. And happy to know that all these things, led to me understanding that how to create a business out of scratch, right? And then what I did was basically I tried this exact same mechanism with the solopreneurs also, right? So I had few of my friends who were doing their businesses and not getting anything. So I helped them from scratch, and now few of them have already crossed crores. Few of them have already crossed $1 million. In fact, few of them have are at 15 crores, 16 crores of net revenue till now, right? As a
Wow,
solopreneur itself. So this
that's
also helped me validate that okay, whatever I was doing in corporate, right? These principles are also exactly applying when we are doing we are acting as a solopreneur or probably starting from our own businesses, right, from a single idea. And if you see all those billionaires who are there in this pic, right? And all those business tycoons, even these guys had they had started from very humble beginning, right? Ritesh Agarwal
right.
used to sell Sims, right? And he had that idea, and that idea has created a multi-billion dollar company. Similarly, Ronnie Screwwala, similarly, Sonu Sharma is from my hometown itself, Faridabad, and I've heard his stories where he was, on his Activa running here and there and convincing clients to join his network, and now he's the biggest network in the country, having, I think if I'm not wrong, he's earning around 2 crores a month, right? So that's something which I learned, and while I was learning I also teach the same thing to uh, my fellow clients, my fellow people, and every one of them scaled. So I still have 100% of success ratio, and that is something which really keeps me going.
Wow, that
Yeah.
is something to be really proud of. What a curious question here.
Mm-hmm.
जब आप इतने बड़े बड़े लोगों के साथ काम करते हो कि जिनका माइंडसेट ही कुछ अलग लेवल पे है, तो
Mm-hmm.
इन सारे लोगों के साथ काम करके आपके अंदर क्या क्या चेंजेस आए? सो इफ आई पुट इट इन अदर वे, प्रतीक बिफोर वर्किंग विद ऑल ऑफ दीज पीपल एंड प्रतीक आफ्टर वर्किंग विद ऑल ऑफ दीज पीपल, दोनों
Mm-hmm.
पर्सनालिटीज में क्या क्या डिफरेंस आपने नोटिस किया?
ओके, सो टू थिंग्स। सबसे पहले तो मैं ये कहूंगा कि like me, I think there are millions of people in the country who have some tremendous good working executable ideas, right? But since they don't know the processes or probably they get overwhelmed, right? Problem क्या होती है, हम वो ideas को कभी execute ही नहीं करते हैं, and hence वो ideas सिर्फ ideas बन के रह जाते हैं। And what's the irony is, जब हम आगे उन्हें बड़ी बड़ी कंपनीज में बदलते हुए देखते हैं, वी इन द बैक ऑफ आवर माइंड थिंक कि ये तो हमने भी सोचा था, राइट? फॉर एग्जांपल, कईयों का आइडिया होता है कि स्विगी का जो आइडिया, इट्स लाइक taking from a particular restaurant and providing it to the end customer and you taking up the margins via delivery, right? काफी लोग सोचते हैं कि यार हम भी ऐसा एक छोटा सा ओलिगो मार्केट या चैनल बना लेते एंड मार्जिन थे, बट हमने कभी एग्जीक्यूट नहीं किया। किसी एक बंदे को क्लिक हुआ, उसने एग्जीक्यूट किया, एंड नाउ ही इज अर्निंग बिलियंस नॉट मिलियंस, राइट? तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, जो सबसे पहला पॉइंट होता है जो मैंने इन सबसे सीखा है, दे डोंट इवन हैव अ टाइनी हेयर ऑफ फियर ऑफ फेलियर, राइट। क्योंकि जैसे ही आपको फियर ऑफ फेलियर आने लगता है, राइट, एवरीथिंग कोलैप्सेस, आप वो स्टेप लेते ही नहीं हो, राइट। नाउ देर आर वेरी सम ब्यूटीफुल नोशंस और प्रोबेबली ब्यूटीफुल जार्गन टू से, ठीक है, कि मुझे फियर ऑफ फेलियर नहीं है, rather I want to be absolute perfectionist before starting something. Let me tell you, this is also a glorified form of fear of failure. Why you want to be perfectionist as a first place? The reason stem from that you fear that what if this doesn't succeed, what if ये फेल हो गया तो फिर क्या करोगे, what you will do then, right? And this stems from fear of failure itself, right? Perfectionism is just a glorified word for fear of failure. So what you have to basically do is, don't try to be perfectionist. If you have any idea, if you have something which you can teach to the world, if you have something which you can provide to the world, just provide, राइट। there's a meme of अरविंद केजरीवाल के, यार अगर करना है तो करना। तो
करना
लिटरली
Correct.
इट इज लाइक दैट ओनली, राइट। अगर आपको कुछ करना है तो जस्ट डू इट। साइंस ऑल्सो सेज दैट if you learn something and then immediately teach it, you retain 70% of it, whereas if you learn something and keep it with yourself, by the time it will be 1 month, you will retain only 5% of it। ओके, सो अगर अपने अंदर भी वो नॉलेज रखनी है तो आपको वो टीच जल्दी जल्दी करना पड़ेगा, एंड ऑब्वियसली वंस यू स्टार्ट टीचिंग, you add a new, arrow in your quiver, and then you can earn while you learn. So that's the point.
तो रिस्क टेकिंग इज ऑल्सो अ फैक्टर, कि
Yes,
आपको ट्रायर और डूअर में ये डिफरेंस दिखेगा कि जो सब कुछ दाव पे लगाने को रेडी है, कि मुझे नहीं पता कि ये कौन से लेवल तक जाएगा बट मैं तो करूंगा या करूंगी।
बिल्कुल।
दैट इज व्हाट डिफरेंशिएट एक्सपेरिमेंटर एंड एन एंटरप्रेन्योर।
यस।
बट अनदर थिंग इज अ प्लान, कि
हम्म।
जोश जोश में आके कि चलो दाव पे लगा दिया, ऐसा भी नहीं है गाइस। लेट्स मेक
हम्म।
अ प्रॉपर प्लान हियर। सो नाउ आई वांट यू टू गिव द पीपल स्पेशली हु आर जस्ट राइट एट द बिगिनिंग, कि
हम्म।
बेसिक टू एडवांस आपका रोड मैप क्या होगा, क्या चीजें जो आपको ध्यान में रखना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है, अदरवाइज यू आर गोइंग फॉर अ फेलियर इन टर्म्स ऑफ बिजनेस। तो क्या क्या चीजें हैं जो हमें जरूरी होती है टू सेट अप अ बेसिक बिजनेस। बेसिकली किसी आइडिया को बिजनेस बनाने के लिए क्या स्टेजेस होती हैं, क्या ब्लूप्रिंट हमें फॉलो करना होता है। शो अस द पाथवे, द अल्टीमेट पाथवे।
Sure, sure. So now we'll go into the technicals of the thing, right? I will try to keep it as simple as possible. Uh, ठीक है. So this is somewhat the blueprint for any business launch, right? सबसे पहली step जो होती है ना, वो होती है business idea validation, right? And what I've seen is a lot of solopreneurs, a lot of early stage एंटरप्रेनर्स हु हैव जस्ट स्टार्टेड देयर बिजनेस, ये स्टेज को ऑमिट ही कर देते हैं, वो सीधा आते हैं प्रोडक्ट डिजाइन पे। मुझे दो चीजें पता है, जल्दी से प्रोडक्ट बनाता हूँ, जल्दी से मार्केट करता हूँ, जल्दी से उसे सेल करना शुरू कर देता हूँ, एंड दैट्स द वेरी रीजन यू डोंट गेट सक्सेस, राइट। फिर वो शोल्डर ड्रॉप होने लगते हैं, फिर आपको लगता है मैं कुछ भी कर रहा हूँ नहीं हो रहा। द रीजन स्टेम्स फ्रॉम, आपने किसी को वो काम करते हुए देखा है, एंड व्हेन यू हैव सीन ओके ही इज गेटिंग सक्सेस फ्रॉम अ सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ एन आइडिया, इट विल वर्क एवरी टाइम। बट नो, you have to tweak your own business idea in a way that it solves either a pain point of a customer, or probably it's elevate the pleasure of the customer. One of the two things it has to do, right? तो हम सबसे पहले क्या कहते हैं, इस बिजनेस लॉन्च ब्लूप्रिंट का फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सक्सेस रेट इज 100%, both in corporates as well as for your individual journey, it's 100%. So what you have to do is, सबसे पहले आपने एक बिजनेस आइडिया को वैलिडेट करना है। आपके पास एक आइडिया है, आइडिया क्या है कि मुझे, लेट्स से हीलिंग ही ले लेते हैं, राइट, मुझे एक हीलिंग करनी है, राइट, एंड इट विल बी फॉर समवन पोस्टपार्टम, फॉर मदर्स पोस्टपार्टम, राइट, उनके लिए हीलिंग करनी है। एंड हाउ टू डू इट, ये मैं बाद में सोचूंगी। आपको दो तीन टेक्निक्स पता लग गई, आपने प्रोडक्ट डिजाइन करके सीधा चढ़ा दिया, इट विल फ्लॉप। वाई? सबसे पहले आपको सर्च करना है कि ये बिजनेस आइडिया रेलेवेंट है भी, या क्राउडेड तो नहीं है, या ओवर क्राउडेड तो नहीं है, या फिर ऐसा तो नहीं है जो ट्रेंडी ना हो, राइट। तो आपने क्या किया, सबसे पहले आपने करना है प्राइमरी रिसर्च, राइट। इनफैक्ट मैं कहूँगा प्राइमरी रिसर्च से भी पहले आप कर लो सेकेंडरी रिसर्च। सेकेंडरी रिसर्च क्या होता है, गो टू गूगल ट्रेंड्स, गो टू आंसर द पब्लिक.com, गो टू अदर वेबसाइट विच टेल द ट्रेंडीनेस ऑफ दैट आइडिया। एंड आइडिया भी डायरेक्टली नहीं डालना, उसे पहले पेन पॉइंट में कन्वर्ट कीजिए, राइट। वी हैव सम प्रॉम्प्ट्स इन आवर प्रोग्राम जो हम देते हैं, और वो आप उसके थ्रू चैट जीपीटी में डालते हैं तो वो आपको पेन पॉइंट्स निकाल के दे देता है। लेट्स से द पेन पॉइंट इज, व्हाट आर द ट्रॉमास और व्हाट आर द प्रॉब्लम्स विच early stage mothers feel postpartum, right? And then you see the search result for it, right? Let's say Google Trends पे है, तो it can be as heavy as suicidal tendencies, right? And extreme trauma and all those things, right? तो आपको चेक करना है कि कौन कौन से प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, और उसके हिसाब से अपने प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट को ट्विक करना होता है, अपने बिजनेस आइडिया को ट्विक करना होता है. लेट्स से यू आर प्रोवाइडिंग मेडिसिन और प्रोबेबली होम होम रेमेडीज फॉर देम, राइट? तो उसी हिसाब से आप ट्विक कर लेंगे कि मुझे इन सब निशेज में से कौन सी निश सबसे ज्यादा ट्रेंडी है, कौन सी निश रेलेवेंट है, और उसकी एक रेडीमेड ऑडियंस है, एंड उस हिसाब से आप अपना बिजनेस आइडिया वैलिडेट कर.
वैलिडेट. ओके, सो
राइट, तो
बेसिकली
वंस यू डू.
क्राइटेरियाज ये हैं कि पहले तो आप देखो कि आपका आइडिया की किसी को जरूरत भी है कि नहीं, उससे आप
करेक्ट,
रिजल्ट क्या प्रोवाइड कर पा रहे हो, और
करेक्ट,
उसके बाद उस जो रिजल्ट जिन लोगों को चाहिए वो ऑडियंस कितनी बड़ी है, आप टारगेट किनको करो, ये क्लैरिटी आपको पहले होनी चाहिए, इसके पहले कि आप कोर्स बनाओ. देन
बिल्कुल.
आपको पता होना चाहिए कि उनके पेन पॉइंट्स क्या है, कि क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स आप उनकी सॉल्व करोगे, और उसी प्रॉब्लम्स को ध्यान में रख के आप अपना कोर्स डिजाइन करोगे. जो अगर
एब्सोल्युटली.
आप ये स्टेप स्किप कर देते हो तो आप
हाँ,
हवा
हाँ.
में तीर चला रहे हो. आपने
राइट,
अज्यूम करके कोर्स बना दिया विच विल ऑब्वियसली नॉट वर्क, क्योंकि आपने
राइट.
पेन पॉइंट्स और टारगेट ऑडियंस अपनी देखी ही नहीं.
करेक्ट, करेक्ट. तो यही होता है. इनफैक्ट हम सोचते हैं कि सी, हमारा दिमाग कहता है, हमारा माइंड कहता है कि ओके दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम विच एवरीवन इज फेसिंग, और हमने एज्यूम कर लिया, और उसके थ्रू एज्यूम ही नहीं किया, हमने प्रोडक्ट्स भी बना लिए, डिजाइन भी कर लिया, मार्केटिंग भी कर ली, पेड एड मार्केटिंग भी कर ली, सब कुछ हो गया, राइट? इवेंचुअली किसी ने खरीदा ही नहीं. क्यों? क्योंकि वो प्रॉब्लम थी ही नहीं किसी की, राइट?
करेक्ट.
अभी तो सिर्फ हमने सेकेंडरी रिसर्च किया. वी डू एन एक्सटेंसिव प्राइमरी रिसर्च जिसमें हम सर्वेस कराते हैं. सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम पता है क्या होती है? हमारे दिमाग में एक आइडिया आता है. आई थिंक हमने लास्ट पॉडकास्ट में भी ये डिस्कशन किया था, हाउ मेनी थॉट्स वी हैव. दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच आई हैव लर्नड फ्रॉम माय फ्रेंड, that every day we get 70,000 80,000 thoughts, and your business idea is just one of them, right? तो अगर वो जस्ट एक थॉट है, उसको सोच के आपने कुछ भी बना लिया रैंडम, इट विल नॉट वर्क, right? For what you have to do is you have to marry that thought, you have to marry that business idea, you have to eat, sleep, live that business idea. And once you do that, you do a lot of research on it, तब आपको relevance पता लगता है. And marry करने का मतलब क्या है? How do you live, eat and breathe a business idea which you are having? सबसे डिस्कस करो बिना शर्माए, right? You have to discuss it with everyone, your friends, your family, your acquaintances, your professional colleagues, everyone, right? And नॉट रैंडम, वी हैव अ स्ट्रक्चर, राइट? हम एक सर्वेस कराते हैं, वो सब कुछ करते हैं, उसके थ्रू बहुत क्लियर हो जाता है लोगों को कि हाउ टू डू अ बिजनेस आइडिया, हाउ टू वैलिडेट अ बिजनेस आइडिया, वेदर इट इज रेलिवेंट और नॉट, एंड देन ट्विक इट टू मेक इट रेलिवेंट, राइट? वंस दिस इज डन ना, हाफ ऑफ द जॉब इज डन. बाकी सब जो है ये व्हाट एंड हाउ में आता है. बेसिकली हाउ साइमन सिनेक सेज इट, यू हैव टू फर्स्ट स्टार्ट विद व्हाई. जो कर रहे हो वो कर भी क्यों रहे हो? क्या किसी की प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो रही है? क्या किसी को एक्सटेंडेड प्लेजर मिल रहा है? अगर दोनों में से कुछ नहीं हो रहा, मत करो. देन टेक इट एज अ पैशन प्रोजेक्ट एंड डू इट साइड बाय साइड. बट इफ यू आर रियली सीरियस अबाउट लॉन्चिंग अ बिजनेस एंड हैव अ आइडिया विच कैन टर्न इनटू अ थ्राइविंग बिजनेस, ये दो रीजंस होने चाहिए, राइट? किसी का पेन पॉइंट होना चाहिए.
Perfect. Premium members, take notes, and people watching this on YouTube, you also please be ready with a notepad and pen. Take screenshots and take notes. Trust me, this will help you in the long run. क्योंकि जितनी भी मिस्टेक्स ये बता रहे हैं उसमें से आधी से ज्यादा मैं खुद कर चुकी हूँ. I can vouch for it. So do not make them. Fast track your process and learn from our mistakes. Okay. Now let's move on to the next step.
Yeah. Okay, so once the business idea is validated, right, the very next thing is you have to design your products, right? How to design a product? जो भी आपके पेन पॉइंट्स आए हैं, राइट, वी मेक अ एक्सटेंसिव लिस्ट ऑफ पेन पॉइंट, जहाँ हम बहुत सारे पेन पॉइंट्स को डिस्कस करते हैं, क्या क्या पेन पॉइंट्स हो सकते हैं. इनिशियली जब मैं अपने क्लाइंट से पूछता हूँ कि ओके अपने पेन पॉइंट्स बताइए, वो दो तीन से ज़्यादा बता ही नहीं पाते, विच मीन्स देयर आइडिया इटसेल्फ इज एट अ वेरी नेसेंट स्टेज, राइट? तो वी गिव देम अ एक्सटेंसिव एक्सरसाइज वाया विच वो पेन पॉइंट्स बढ़ते हैं. एंड वंस वो पेन पॉइंट्स बढ़ते हैं, उसके थ्रू नॉट ओनली पेन पॉइंट्स, सेकंड स्टेप पे फिर हम आते हैं विच इज लाइक योर स्ट्रेंथ, राइट? A successful business happens once someone has a pain point and you have a strength, right? And your strength can solve their pain points. That's how you have to do it. So we also go for strengths, right? और बहुत बार ये भी डिस्कवर होता है कि लेट्स से मेरे को पेन पॉइंट तो पता है पर वो स्ट्रेंथ मेरे पास है ही नहीं, राइट? You want to
Right.
heal someone but you are yourself impatient, you are yourself too much aggressive, how will you heal someone, right? So then you have to work on yourself first. And that's how we first also have an extensive exercise via which हम पेन पॉइंट्स को चेक करते हैं, हम स्ट्रेंथ्स को चेक करते हैं, और उसके थ्रू फाइनली हम प्रोडक्ट्स बनाते हैं, right? And then those products bang on one by one hit the pain points of your customers, and then you can totally correlate to them. किसी से भी बात करते हो, बहुत ढंग से वो समझा पाते हैं। क्यों? क्योंकि उन्हीं के पेन पॉइंट्स लिए थे, अपने स्ट्रेंथ्स लिए थे, और उसके थ्रू ही हमने ये प्रोडक्ट्स बनाए थे। आई विल ऑल्सो टेल यू समथिंग, फॉर दिस इज फॉर समवन हु इज already doing businesses, right? And not getting the success which they want. One major issue is when you actually create a product, आप एक मेजर प्रोडक्ट बनाते हैं और उसके अंदर बहुत सारे यूएसपीज दे देते हैं, राइट? योर टारगेट ऑडियंस गेट ओवरवेल्ड बाय इट, राइट? और वो समझ ही नहीं पाते कि आपके इतने सारे यूएसपीज हैं, एंड देन यू अंडर वैल्यू इट ऑल्सो, राइट? लेट्स से 9,999 में या 4,999 में आपने एक प्रोग्राम बनाया हीलिंग का, उसके अंदर 8-10 पॉइंट डाल दिए, राइट? Now they don't value each and every exercise and each and every sub product of it, though that could be sold alone for 4,999. Let's say your program is 4,999 and you have 10 attributes in it, right? So what we do is we recreate all those products, and एक product उसके sub products की तरह ऐसा हो जाता है. Let's say we are creating 6 product out of it. Each product will be worth 5,000 or 10,000, right? And then you can work, okay, while in healing, लेट्स से कोई और एग्जांपल ले लेते हैं, हीलिंग कर रहे हैं तब से करियर काउंसलिंग, राइट? करियर काउंसलिंग में बहुत सारी चीज़ें होती हैं। आपको रेज्यूमे राइटिंग चाहिए होती है, आपको मोर रेलेवेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज चाहिए होती हैं, आपको टैलेंट मैच करना जाना चाहिए, आपको वो लिंक्डइन ट्रैक्स आनी चाहिए वाया विच यू विल गेट मोर कॉल्स, राइट?
Then
Each
soft
of
skills,
these things,
interview
training, confidence and personality, right? Each of these parameters itself is a product, right? बट मैक्सिमम करियर काउंसलर्स क्या करते हैं, एक 5,000 का कोर्स बनाएंगे, उसके अंदर ये 5-6 चीजें दे देंगे विदाउट एनी एंड टेंजिबल रिजल्ट. So what we help is, we help conceptualize each and every sub product of it so that it can be sold alone also. Now imagine, let's say before the program you are saying, okay, I'm a career counselor, I help you with resume writing, I help you with talent match, I help you with confidence and personality and interview cracking, I help you to get 2x more interviews, right? Vis-a-vis, now you are saying, hey, what is your problem? I'm not getting more interviews, or I'm not getting my dream job. Okay, you're not getting your dream job. What could be the possible issues? I'm not getting more calls. Whenever I'm even getting calls, I'm screwing up my interview. Okay, I have two different products. One product is how to crack interview like a pro. The second product is how to get 2x or 3x more interview calls by tweaking your resume or by applying smartly, right? 3, how to be super confident in your interview so that you crack each one of them. Now you have 3 products which were already the part of your program, but you say all of them are at 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, but relax. I'm giving them a bundle, and that bundle itself is called Secure Me a Job in 30 Days, and it is worth 5,000 or 10,000. Now tell me, it's a top-down approach and a bottom-up approach. Who will take what, right? Obviously, the customer will take the second one, because now he's saying, okay, this is happening. This product is also given. This product is also given. This product is also given. And now I'm getting a bundle itself, right? So earlier you were just throwing away your valuable products like this. Now you can say, okay, you want more convergence in your interview, take this product, it is worth 5,000. Okay, you also want double interview calls, take this product also. Okay, you don't want to take both, but concise a complete bundle, take this at 10K itself. And now everything fits into place. Rather than earlier they were just ignoring your product, now they will catch it like a honeybee to a honey. So that's how it happens.
Right. क्योंकि अब आपका हर प्रोडक्ट एक पर्टिकुलर रिजल्ट दे रहा है और सब कॉम्बिनेशन में भी एक बिगर रिजल्ट दे रहा है.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah. So Ayushi, I'll tell you, see, these things alone give eureka moment to my clients and a lot of my friends, right? I like to show you something, right? I like to show you a testimonial if you allow, right?
Sure.
This is something when I did a simple discovery call, right? Let me share this. Let me know if you can hear the sound also. Hear this. So this was the first session with a brand new client, and hear what she has to say. Per expectation. हाँ, वेरी नाइस, वेरी सेटिस्फैक्टरी। बहुत काम करना है, मतलब बहुत क्लियर हो गया है। मुझे ऐसे लग रहा था कि मुझे तो सब आता है, पर आगे क्यों नहीं बढ़ रही, पर अब आई एम रियलाइजिंग कि नहीं, अभी तो बहुत करना है, आगे ऐसे नहीं बढ़ सकते। आई नीड टू पॉलिश माई सेल्फ एट मेनी वेज अभी तो। ये इट्स अ गुड एक्सपीरियंस। अब नहीं करना है, बस मुझे करना है, तुम जो बोलो मैं करने को तैयार हूँ, बस मुझे करना है। थैंक यू। ठीक है। व्हाट आर द, ओके, मैं एक चीज जरूर पूछता हूँ, व्हाट आर द फीडबैक, द गुड थिंग्स अबाउट द सेशन एंड एनीथिंग व्हिच यू थिंक आई शुड इंप्रूव? नहीं, नथिंग टू इम्प्रूव। द बेस्ट थिंग इज लाइक वो जो माइंड, सबसे चीज अच्छी जो मुझे लगी ना, वन ऑन वन सेशन। ग्रुप में वो कोई तो हमको ज्ञान दे रहा है, हम सुन रहे हैं, हाँ बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छा है, आधा घंटा उसका इन्फ्लुएंस रहता है, धीरे 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 वो उतरते जाता है। बट वन टू वन का यही सबसे अच्छा फायदा होता है, इट इज पर्सनलाइज्ड एंड कस्टमाइज्ड फॉर मी। तो जहाँ पे मुझे वो फीलिंग आती है कि नहीं ये मेरे लिए बना है, तो वो एक एनर्जी देता है कि नहीं अभी मुझे करना ही नहीं। मतलब वो एक होता है, वो एक द वे यू सेड कि ऑल फॉर वन, लाइक वन थिंग फॉर ऑल, वन टू वन एंड वन टू मेनी। Right. So this is the best thing। ये सेशन का सबसे अच्छा है, द वे यू मेक अंडरस्टैंड कि नहीं ठीक है, एक क्लियरिंग जो लेयर्स निकाल रहे हो बहुत प्रॉपर्ली एंड क्रिस्प निकाल रहे हो कि ठीक है मुझे समझ में आ रहा है कि अच्छा ऐसे नहीं ऐसे करना, ऐसे नहीं ऐसे करना। इट्स लाइक बहुत कुछ एक साथ दे दिया है कि बाप रे मैं कैसे करूं, वैसा भी नहीं है, बराबर स्टेप बाय स्टेप यू आर टेकिंग मी अहेड कि नहीं ऐसे करो, फिर ऐसे करो, फिर ऐसे करो। एंड इट्स क्लियर विजन, लाइक यू आर मेकिंग अस विजुअलाइज दैट थिंग कि तुम्हारा ये विजन है ना, मतलब वो ड्रॉ कर रहे हो तुम, लाइक यू आर वर्चुअल इमेज क्रिएट कर दी है तुमने, तुम वहां तक लेके जा रही है, मैम देयर रास्ता है, अब आप चलो, मैं सिखा रहा हूँ, गाड़ी तुम चलाओ, वैसे हो गया। Right. So you can see how overwhelmed the client becomes even in the first session itself, right? Because they exactly now know कि करना कैसे है, right? See, कोई भी क्लाइंट कन्वर्ट कैसे होता है, इट्स अ सिंपल साइंस। वी हैव मेड इट मल्टी, बहुत कॉम्प्लेक्स बना दिया। ऑर्गेनिक फनल, रिवर्स ऑर्गेनिक फनल, रिवर्स फनल, पता नहीं आजकल मैं क्या क्या सुनता रहता हूँ। ट्रस्ट मी, कॉर्पोरेट में इतना काम करके आई हैव मेड मल्टी 100 करोड़, नॉट इवन मल्टी करोड़, मल्टी 100 करोड़ के प्रोजेक्ट्स किए हैं हमने। नो सच jargons आर यूज। सिंपल साइंस होता है। साइंस ये है, देयर इज अ क्लाइंट हु हैज अ पेन प्रॉब्लम एंड देन देयर इज अ सॉल्यूशन एंड देन you require a journey, right? If you can show them the journey, that this is your current state, this is your final state, they will be sold. In fact, they will be pre-sold to it, and that's what you have to do. Yeah.
Right. Wow. So like Alex Hormozy says, make your offer so amazing, like make it a grand slam offer that your client feels stupid saying no. So how
Yes.
do we do that?
Okay, so this comes in the second step. Okay, so we are already done with 2 steps, right? The third one itself is content design and engagement, right? So once you nurture the right set of audience, then all those things come in place. So for example, there are 97% of the people who are not interested in your product. In fact, they don't even know what exactly their problem is. So forget about the solution itself, right? So you have to nurture the right kind of audience. You have to hunt for that right kind of audience, right? The classical old corporate terms of hunting and farming are still used. And in fact, इन्हीं का glamorized नाम लेके लोग ये funnels बोल रहे हैं, right? This is nothing, but you have to hunt for the right set of audience who are really interested in your products, provided they have the exact same pain point which you are solving for. Then you have to make a comprehensive content which depicts you as a leader in your niche, and then you have to start engaging with that interested clients, right? I will tell you a solution in which I started with just one comment and closed a 3,60,000 rupee per year client, right? Super high ticket from a single comment, zero marketing, zero everything. I can show it to you also, right? So what was it is the client just said in a particular Facebook group that I require help in webinar funnels. And I gave a complete, proper, extensive answer that how it can be done in comments. Mind you, my comment was already 12th comment. But before my comments, the comments were like, I have DM'd you, please check your DM. I have done this, right? I have 5 years of experience in webinar funnels. Please connect with me and all those things, right? If any one of you are having a buzz moment, yes, you have done that also in past. So this is what I call a lazy commenting. Nobody is getting value out of it, right? And this is like a push sales. So nobody will even listen to you. What happens when I did this? I gave an extensive answer, and then just left it there altogether. Okay.
So what did you comment exactly?
Give me a second. Okay, if you want to see, let me show you if I have that. You have to give me a second then.
Also, there's a request from a premium member to share example regarding art. So maybe you can keep that in mind for the further steps.
Absolutely, sure. Okay, so let me show you if I can. I'll share my screen again. Give me a second.
And at any given point of time, premium members, if you have any question or any doubt that you want to put across regarding the topic that we're discussing, you can put it in the chat box.
Yeah.
That is the
So,
privilege that you
so
only
if
guys,
you
only
can,
you guys have.
yeah. So if you can see this, the question was simple. Hey, I need help to start with webinar, generate leads. So this is the answer I gave. Post that there were already 9 comments, and all the comments were, I can help you, DM'd you, yay and woo, right? Nobody cares. This is what I wrote. Right, a complete answer that do you need to clarity about webinar, what exactly results you are trying to achieve, whether it is to build audience, generate sales, nurture lead, then you can have actionable sales, then organic marketing, paid ad, hybrid. Do let me know what is working for me. As per me, hybrid works best. Right, simple, crisp point. What exactly happened after this is I get DM from this lady alone, right? I got DM that okay, please let me show you that also if I have the screenshot ready with me. I need to search for that. Okay. Okay, by the way, the interview which I just showed, the first session, it was from same converted client itself, right?
Oh,
So, so I got the DM in my, in my Facebook Messenger that you have replied on the message and it was very helpful, right? So can you please teach me what exactly you are doing, right? So can you see the change? Now she is asking me that how can I help her further while everyone was pushing for her to give solutions, literally bombarding her with solutions, ignoring all of them. She came to me, whereas I didn't even give a CTA. Just please ping me, DM me. If you can see in the answer, I have never asked DM me,
right,
ping me, comment me, nothing else. But she came to me only because I gave the value, and this brought in the trust. और जैसे ही उनको ट्रस्ट बना, उन्होंने मुझे रिप्लाई किया rather than me going there, right? And then you have all the power to convert that lead, because obviously they are coming via trust, right? And now you have to increase that trust. I always say that people these days don't have money problem, they have trust problem. There is a trust recession, not the money recession, right?
right.
And that's
This is the
exactly
actual
happened.
difference between chasing a client and attracting a client.
Absolutely right. So I got that, and I got her onto my first of all DMs. Then I had a one-to-one session with her. You can see what exactly happened in the one-to-one session, and she became my client, right? So what was the ROS, right? People use all those fancy jargons, return on ad spend, return on investment. My ROS was zero. Sorry, my ROS was infinite, because anything divided by zero is infinite, right?
Right.
What it took me was 5-10 minutes of constructed proper answer on a problem without asking anything, and bingo, my job was done, right? In a single call, I was able to convert her. And
So
that's what we
simple
have to
है,
do. Yeah,
value दो, solution दो और system बना लो. बस. You're
absolutely.
good to go. Okay. So speaking of systems, let's jump on to the next one that we need. Because people are already joining in for the special Q&A that is
Yes.
kept for the private premium members. But don't worry, the podcasting community, you will get full package, everything that you need to know for settling, scaling your business. So hold on, let's feed out.
Yeah. So the final step is sales strategy itself. Like I said, you have to pre-engage your learner or pre-engage your students or client, right? Like I did here. Once I have pre-engaged her or pre-engaged my client, right? They are already pre-sold. So what you have to do is you have to call them onto your one-to-one, because they really like it. And all the healers and all the, mindset coaches who are there right now live with us, one thing you have to understand is that, see, it is my strong opinion, you can take it or leave it, but your client need personal attention from you, and it can never ever come from group coaching, right? So what you have to do is, at any given point of time, please do engage with them at a one-to-one level. and just listen to them. Even if you listen to them now, you will get 50-60% better chances of converting them, because someone has finally listened to them. That's the issue. Even if they join webinars now, it's like first you give value, and at the end of the session you say, this is my common solution, this is my one size fit all solution, and take it. It can't work in healing, because that guy want to feel special, that guy want to be heard, and you are depriving her or him from that very position itself, right? So why will they even listen to you or buy even a 5 rupee product from you, right? But if you somehow give your personal time to them, right, listen to them and ask right a kind of question and then provide the solution, they will get converted. I have 100% sales conversion. I'm saying this from experience, right? So at last, once they are fully sold, they are fully convinced, all you have to do is you have to tell them why you and why now. These are the only two questions which you have to solve, and done. That client is sold.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So you do not require any fancy sales strategies,
Nothing.
although he's fully capable of sharing at least 12 types of sales strategies. But
Yeah.
why you? Why now? This is my new mantra. I will
Yeah.
use.
See, Ayushi, there are at least 12 types of sales strategies and sales techniques which are there. There is push sale, pull sales, consultative selling techniques, hypnotic sales, spin selling techniques. I can go on, right? And this is my forte, right? But itna chahiye hi nahi. At the end of the day, what is sales is why you, until unless they are pre-sold, right? You have to just say why you and why now. That's it, right? And
Oh,
everything will be done. Right. And people charge lakhs and lakhs of rupees for building sales funnels. Man, this a sales funnel is a joke. This is a funnel. Right. This is exactly a funnel. I'm giving it for free. Right. What you have to do is simply validate your idea, build up products or a series of products which help to cater each set of the problem, then engage and do a content design, and finally give them a sales in which you are giving an impression that you have a personalized solution for them. Right. So, and it's not so tough also. I mean, it just take 80% of the solution is same, right? That 20% is what you require tweaking. And this makes your, let's say if you are a healer, this makes your client super special and they feel very happy about it, that you are giving them personal attention and personalized, customizable solutions. This is what they are requiring. Right. Yeah.
right. So when we are done with this process of understanding, what we need is the right kind of people, which
Hmm.
we call leads. And
Yes.
of course, you can explain way better than this. So how does that work? So basically, lead generation का भी same है. कि जैसे funnel strategy के लिए बहुत बड़े बड़े system और complicated चीजें चल रही, same is for lead. But when I explain it to my community, then again, you have to start with like simplistic forms, because especially with healers or people who are dealing with energies, they are more of a givers.
Yes.
They don't understand this, technique, because they are more into the energetic and feeling form of it. So I want to make this very simplistic for them, that just listen to this guy. Everything is sorted right here in this meeting. इसके बाद मेरे questions बहुत कम हो जाएंगे, that's for sure. So
Right.
let's dive into this.
श्योर। मैं बहुत सिंपल तरीके से समझाता हूँ कि बेसिकली व्हाट इज अ लीड। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हमारे पहले तो हमें लीड का नोशन ही खत्म करना पड़ेगा, राइट? वी कॉल एवरीथिंग विच अ नेम, ईमेल एंड नंबर एज अ लीड। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ये नोशन हटाइए, राइट? एनीवन जिसका नेम है और आपको समहाउ पता लग गया है कि लेट्स से ही इज प्रतीक, इसका ईमेल आईडी है pratik.varshney@gmail.com, नंबर XYZ 12345 6 है। हाँ, लीड आ गई मेरे पास। नो सर, आपके पास लीड नहीं आई है, आपके पास एक कॉन्टैक्ट आया है, राइट? एंड दैट्स वाई पीपल से यार मेरे पास 5000 लीड्स हैं, कन्वर्जन हो ही नहीं रहा। आपके पास 5000 लीड्स नहीं है, आपके पास 5000 कॉन्टैक्ट्स हैं जो आपको जानते भी नहीं है ढंग से, राइट? आपने मे बी कुछ डाला होगा तो हल्का सा नर्चर हो गए होंगे और आपका एक ईमेल फॉर्म भर दिया होगा, राइट? सो बेसिकली देर आर 4 स्टेजेस ऑफ कन्वर्जन। बहुत सिंपल तरीके से समझाऊंगा, राइट? एंड हाउ टू कन्वर्ट देम फ्रॉम वन स्टेज टू अनदर, एवरीथिंग इज प्रोग्रेसिव, वो भी मैं समझाता हूँ। तो सबसे पहले होता है स्टेज सस्पेक्ट। ये आप सस्पेक्ट देख रहे हैं, राइट? सस्पेक्ट। सस्पेक्ट क्या है? एक सस्पेक्ट वो है जिसको ये तक नहीं पता कि मेरे को कोई प्रॉब्लम है या नहीं। ही इज नॉट अवेयर अबाउट हिज और हर प्रॉब्लम और पेन पॉइंट्स, राइट? ही इज अ सस्पेक्ट। एंड यहाँ से पूरी की पूरी सेल्स जर्नी शुरू होती है, यहाँ से पूरी की पूरी बिजनेस की जर्नी शुरू होती है। तो आपको सबसे पहले क्या करना होता है, अगर आप इस रेंज से शुरू करना चाहते हैं तो सबसे पहले पहला स्टेज होता है सस्पेक्ट का कि आपको अवेयरनेस क्रिएट करनी है। माइंड यू देयर आर 97% ऑफ पीपल जो सिर्फ इन 3 स्टेज पे होते हैं, सस्पेक्ट, प्रोस्पेक्ट एंड लीड, राइट। अब आपने सस्पेक्ट में करना क्या है, फॉर अगेन एग्जाम्पल लेट्स से यू आर अ हीलर, राइट। मुझे पता ही नहीं मेरे को कोई प्रॉब्लम है, राइट, दो आई एम फुल्ली फ्रस्ट्रेटेड, स्ट्रेस है, सब कुछ है, पर मुझे नहीं पता, राइट। आपने अवेयर कराया अपने टारगेट क्लाइंट को, कैसे? आपने एक वीडियो ऐड चलाया, या लेट्स से आपने कम्युनिटी डाली, या फिर आपने एक ऐसा एंगेजिंग कंटेंट डाला जिसमें आपने मुझे 3 स्टेप्स बताए या 3 पॉइंट्स बताए कि आर यू स्ट्रेस्ड, are you having problem in sleeping, are you having anxiety spans every time, right, are you taking tablets for high bp? If all these 3 things are there, you are in severe stress, right? You are making me aware that I have a problem, right? उससे पहले तो मुझे पता भी नहीं था, मुझे लग रहा था ऐसे ही चल रहा है। Now that you have done with the awareness stage, you have already made them from a suspect to a prospect. अब prospect क्या होता है? Prospect simply वो होता है जो he is aware of his or her problem but want to understand more and get a solution also. अब आपने मुझे बता दिया I am in stress, अब मैं करूँ क्या, right? अब तो मुझे और stress हो गया that I have a stress and I don't have a solution. Now come the interest part, right? यहाँ पे गेम चेंज होने लगता है। यहाँ अब आप प्रॉब्लम बताते हैं और उसके टेंटेटिव सॉल्यूशंस बताते हैं, दैट यू हैव टू डू योगा, यू हैव टू डू प्राणायाम, यू हैव टू डू सम हीलिंग टेक्निक्स, यू हैव टू प्रोबेबली टॉक टू मी, राइट, एंड आई कैन सॉल्व इट फॉर यू। सो दैट्स हाउ, पहले आपने उसे अवेयर कराया, अब आपने उसके अंदर इंटरेस्ट जगाना है, यू हैव टू क्रिएट इंटरेस्ट सो दैट दैट प्रोस्पेक्ट बिकम अ प्रोस्पेक्ट, एंड दैट प्रोस्पेक्ट नाउ कम टू दैट गोल्डन वर्ड जो हम सबको पसंद है, विच इज लीड। Now, what is a lead? Someone is a lead who is aware of the problem, who is also aware somewhat of the solution, but he just want to know whether I have to buy it from you or others. For example, in this meeting alone, there should be tens of healers itself, right? सबकी टेक्निक्स
Right.
थोड़ी ऊपर नीचे हो सकती है, बट ऑलमोस्ट सिमिलर, 50% तो एटलीस्ट सिमिलर हो सकती है, राइट। सो लेट्स से आई वांट हीलिंग एंड आई एम इन ट्रेमेंडस स्ट्रेस, मुझे सॉल्यूशन भी पता है, लेट्स से आई वांट टू डू इट फ्रॉम मेडिटेशन एंड योगा, एंड आउट ऑफ 10 और 20 जितने भी हैं उनमें से 5 या 10 का मैकेनिज्म भी ऐसा है कि वो योगा एंड प्राणायाम के थ्रू स्ट्रेस हटवाते हैं या स्ट्रेस रिलीव करते हैं, राइट। So now I have to choose whether I have to do it from, I have to take that solution from Ayushi Jain or Prateek Vashne or someone else, right? So here come, यहाँ पे अब आप लीड को उस पर्सन को एक लीड कह सकते हैं, और उस लीड को आपको अपनी शॉप पे लेके जाना है। जस्ट इमेजिन कि एक स्वीट शॉप की लेन है, मल्टीपल जगहों पे सेम स्वीट्स हैं। व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, यू हैव टू शोकेस दैट यू आर द बेस्ट। एंड कैसे होता है, आई विल गिव यू द बेस्ट एग्जांपल। स्टारबक्स के बाहर से भी आप कभी निकलते हैं, कभी मॉल में ट्राई करना, यू गेट दैट वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग स्मेल ऑफ कॉफी। Is it a coincidence or is it like they are making it hence you can smell it? No. अगर आप एक कॉफी लेन में भी जाएंगे तो स्टारबक्स की स्मेल अलग से आएगी। Why? Do you know that? The reason being they spray the coffee spray in their vicinity, so that the
Oh.
moment even you pass through it, you feel that strong aroma of coffee, and then you have that want and desire of having a coffee, and that too from Starbucks, right? Because they have
Damn,
that
I didn't
different
know
aroma.
that.
They do that, right? So this is what you create a desire. Now I have created a desire, right? Solution सबके पास है. Everyone is doing pranayam, everyone is doing yoga, everyone is doing meditation. But I would like to go with Ayushi because she has given me a path, right? Then she has given me a solution. So basically you have to do why you, why your solution, and why now. All the 3 things, if you tell your lead his desire, his or her desire to join you or your community increases manifold. And then they take this decision that, okay, I would like to associate with Ayushi because I have a problem. I know the solution somewhat, but I think Ayushi is the right kind of expert who knows in depth about it, who knows exact method and has a roadmap to bring me from situation A to situation B, which is much more comfortable and which is the ideal solution I'm looking at. But even then I will not take it, right? So this comes to the last part, that how to convert a lead to a convert. It's like once you have convinced your client or lead to a solution, you have to make them ready to pay, right? Because you are not doing charity, you are doing business, right? So then you have to come up with an action or probably indulge them in this action so that they take your offer, right? So you have to convert them by providing a killer offer and then exceptional service delivery. Once that trust is built, they will buy it. So basically, what is lead? Your hot lead, if you say, it is just the blue part of it, and it is just 3%. The remaining 90% janta is hovering in these three stages. And you know what mistake we do? We target 97% and expect result of 3%. And that's the reason we never get results, right? Only if you have those financial commitment. आप कहते मेरा ऑफर अच्छा नहीं बना, आप ऑफर कभी सस्पेक्ट को देके देखो, कन्वर्ट ही नहीं होगा, बिकॉज ही इज नॉट इवन अवेयर ऑफ हिज प्रॉब्लम, राइट? बट अगर आप किसी कन्वर्टेबल लीड को वो ऑफर देंगे, राइट, वहां पे प्राइस पॉइंट्स की बातें करेंगे, वहां पे वैल्यू प्रोपोजिशन विज अफोर्डेबल रेंज की बातें करेंगे, यू हैव अ किलर ऑफर इन प्लेस, वो कन्वर्ट होगा ही होगा, बिकॉज नाउ ही हैज पास्ड ऑल दी स्टेजेस. ये स्टेजेस पास कराना जरूरी है.
So it's a 30-second to 2-minute decision after this. And I would like to add one more thing for the last two areas, that you also need to have an X factor. If you are in a niche that is very common, this is, I'm telling from my experience, that you need to have an X factor, a unique thing that's just you. It can be your personality, it can be your communication skills, it can be the emotional connect that you build with your audience, or it can be the personalized hand holding that you're giving. So these are the 4 things that I have set my pillar into. So I can vouch for that. All right, let's move.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, I have actually committed many of these mistakes myself. So you better not. It will save you a lot of time. Okay. So what next? Now we have a strategy in place. We know how to validate, how to create, but then where we are going to stuck. अब क्या बच गया है, क्या और mistake हम कर सकते हैं, that normally because you have dealt with multiple people. So
Sure.
और क्या ऐसी mistakes हो सकती है जो हम avoid करने वाले?
Absolutely. So एक simple question पूछो आप. You have to ask yourself a simple question. What if you miss any of these steps, right? आपने जो business idea बनाया, let's say, I'll tell you, see, कई लोग बिजनेस आइडिया वैलिडेशन मिस ही कर देते हैं, कंटेंट भी मिस कर देते हैं, सीधा प्रोडक्ट बनाते हैं, एड्स चलाते हैं, सेल्स को ट्राई करते हैं, कभी कन्वर्ट नहीं होता, राइट? क्योंकि आपने बेसिक एलिमेंट्स फाउंडेशंस किए ही नहीं. नाउ व्हाट इफ यू मिस एनी ऑफ दीज स्टेप्स और इवन मिक्स द ऑर्डर ऑफ द स्टेप्स? सस्पेक्ट की जगह सीधा लीड से स्टार्ट कर रहे हो, राइट? लीड को ही अपना सॉल्यूशन बताना शुरू कर रहे हो, यहाँ सस्पेक्ट को ही अपना सॉल्यूशन बताना शुरू कर रहे हो. ओके, माइन इज द चीपेस्ट. Okay, you have a cheapest solution, but I don't have a problem. What to do? Please go away, right? So if you miss any of these steps or if you mix the order of these steps, will the sale happen? Is the question. You can answer in chat box. Will the sale happen? Yes or no? The answer is no. नहीं होगा. Why? Because technique ही गलत है तुम्हारी. Right? The technique, see, taking it in a fun moment, but yes, there is a science to having a successful business. There is a science to sales. There is a science to attract customers to your world, right? And that science says that you have to go in a step-by-step model in which you have a suspect, you make it a prospect, then you make it a lead, then you make it a convert, right? And it will take time. एंड आपके पास दोनों चीजें होनी चाहिए. आई हैव अ हाइब्रिड मॉडल जहां मैं पेड एड्स भी करता हूं, डायरेक्टली अपने कन्वर्ट्स को टारगेट करने के लिए एन इमीडिएट एक्शन होता है. And then I have a nurturing complete organic marketing strategy via which मैं 97 को भी nurture करता हूँ, right? क्योंकि आप इतने accurate shooter नहीं है कि आप हर बार वो 3% को target कर पाए, right? So you have to have a mix of both. That's what we do. Yeah.
So I have 2 tangential questions here. Firstly, we have set up everything. Now our business is launched, up and running. The next step comes is the scaling part, which you know how to do because you have dealt with multi 100 crore companies, not just multi-crore companies. So what are the things that if people are on that stage that now we can scale up? What are the things that they should keep in mind?
Sure. Okay. So for this, first of all, I have to tell that I'll show it via simple PPT, right? You can see 2 images, right? One is a plane which is running on a runway, right? And then there is a plane which has taken off, right? What do you think is the fundamental difference between these 2 images? Now the point is, the fundamental difference is the plane which is running on the runway, right? It is at particular speed, but it is continuously increasing that speed. Every one of you would have an experience of flight, right? You can see that it is attaining a speed and continuously increasing a speed up to a particular level where it take off.
Takes
It's
off.
called at the takeoff speed, right?
Right.
If you don't have that takeoff speed, your plane will crash but not fly, right? You can say, यार मेरा business, I'll take the same analogy now in your business. आपका प्लेन चल रहा है, आपका बिजनेस चल रहा है, राइट? स्पोरेडिकली एक दो क्लाइंट्स कहीं ना कहीं से आ जाते हैं, राइट? या फिर नहीं भी आते, थोड़ा बहुत एंगेजमेंट चल रहा है, राइट? बट यू हैव नॉट टेकन दैट टेक ऑफ स्पीड, और जब तक आप वो टेक ऑफ स्पीड नहीं लेंगे, आपका प्लेन कभी नहीं उड़ने वाला, राइट? So that takeoff speed is super 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 important and we ignore this, right? हम scaling में कहते हैं जैसा चल रहा है ठीक चल रहा है, या फिर probably I'll do it at my own speed and all, right? But no, you got to have a takeoff speed. Only then you will fly. Otherwise, you will be roaming on the ground itself, right? And in fact, you will rather crash your business. You will rather crash this plane if you don't attain that takeoff speed. You can say I am still at a very high speed, right? When you remember फ्लाइट में जब वो टेक ऑफ लेने वाले होते हैं, इट्स अ सुपर हाई स्पीड, बट इट इज स्टिल नॉट फ्लाइंग, राइट? बिकॉज इवन एट दैट सुपर हाई स्पीड यू आर स्टिल नॉट एट अ टेक ऑफ स्पीड. वो एक अलग ही स्पीड है. द मोमेंट यू हिट दैट नंबर, द पायलट विल टेक ऑफ, राइट? द प्लेन विल टेक ऑफ. तो दैट्स व्हाट यू वांट. और वो टेक ऑफ पॉइंट क्या है? वो टेक ऑफ पॉइंट है वंस यू हैव क्रिएटेड योर MVP, which is your minimum viable product. I'll not go into much detail into it because we have explained it in detail in our last podcast.
I will
Please,
refer to the Facebook podcast that we did. We will share
yes,
all the links in the description, so
absolutely.
you can refer to them. Yeah.
Yes. But one thing which I'll say is your version 1 is better than your version 1. Please अपना version 1 बनाइए. Okay. Success is somewhat shabby, right? आपको ये नहीं सोचना कि see, I have seen businesses grow, I have seen businesses build from scratch and then grow into multi-crore, multi-hundred crores also. The very worst draft ना इतना गंदा होता है कि you will say when you get successful ना कि यार how was it? This was me. Seriously, this was me. You check Dhruv Rathi's first video and now you check Dhruv Rathi's current video, right?
True.
It's there's a daylight different in it, right? But do you really think कि कुछ हो पाता if he had not even started with his first video, right? Bhuvan Bam just used his mobile phone camera and now he's the biggest creator in the country, right? Working with Shah Rukh Khan, working with Hrithik Roshan and all those biggest stars, right? He started with a mobile phone, right? So you just start with your version 1 because it is still better than version none. And that's what you have to do, right? और अगर नहीं समझ में आ रहा, please DM me, please DM Ayushi. I'll tell you how to do a business launch in flat 30 days, right? But just go and do it, right? Like I said, वो knowledge का कोई help नहीं है until unless you are not doing anything about it, right? Just start with your business. Ask the mentors, right? You require two things: A, intent, and second, mentorship, right? Whereas we don't do both of these things, and what we look at is hacks, tips, right? किसी वेबिनार में चले जाते हैं, वहां से हैक्स टिप्स मिल जाएंगे, टूल्स खरीद लेते हैं, टूल्स में लोग लाखों रुपए खर्च कर देते हैं, राइट? फिर उसके बाद होता है कि ठीक है, नहीं चल रहा, मे बी मैं ढंग से नहीं कर पा रहा, व्हाट आई डू इज आई डू पेड एड्स के थ्रू कस्टमर्स आएंगे, उनमें से कुछ तो कन्वर्ट कर दूंगा and that's how I will get the business. No, you will not get business. You will burn a hole in your pocket, right? Why? Because आपने basic elementary steps तो किए ही नहीं. And now doing you see, अगर आप में से किसी ने भी खुद Google ads चलाए हैं या Facebook ads चलाए हैं, you will understand that they are exactly doing what we have done and what we have explained in this podcast. They will ask you the demographics, which audience you want to build. Target audience वो भी पूछता है, right? वो भी पूछता है कि बॉम्बे से चाहिए या फिर आपको दिल्ली से चाहिए या बैंगलोर से चाहिए एक्सेट्रा. देन इट आस्क फॉर द साइकोग्राफिक्स. कैसा टारगेट ऑडियंस चाहिए? टीचर्स चाहिए, कोचेस चाहिए, वुमेन चाहिए, मेन चाहिए, राइट? एंड देन इट इवन आस्क फॉर द इंटरेस्ट. तो इफ यू सी, even Facebook ad manager is doing the stuff which we are teaching, which means it is proven, but we very casually ignore it कि ठीक है छोड़ दो यार, Facebook manager is doing this. No, it is doing your job, which you should have done, right? And then you could have got all these things for free also. I spent zero amount on marketing, and I have so many high ticket clients, right? I'm not bragging it, but I have run through the process which even Facebook ad manager or a Google manager is running through, right? And these are the simple techniques which I am telling you also. In our business validation, we go for demographics, we go for psychographics, we go for interest, and that's how we create the products. And that's why it is bang on relevant to the target customers which come to our world. बिकॉज हमने पेन पॉइंट तो पहले ही समझ लिए थे ना, हमें पता है कि 5 पेन पॉइंट्स है, मैं तो इनफैक्ट 14 मनवाता हूँ, 14 to 20, एंड उनमें से कोई एक फिट हो ही जाता है. And now that you know all these pain points, it's so easy for you to converse with them and solve that.
Basically, you need to have a very clear client persona, because then you will be speaking the language exactly that is their psyche, that is their problem, and that they will tell you that you're exactly stating my problem. This is exactly what I'm going through. This is exactly what I wanted to listen. Why? Because you have done the research and you have followed the process and the system.
Yes.
Then there is very little chance that they will ignore your product or say no to it. Summarize
That's
good enough.
yeah. Well, we say na. See, this is always true. Well prepared is half done, and that's
Right.
what you do have to do. You have to be well prepared. It's already half done. Your customer will come pre-sold to you. The moment he will be in the one-to-one call, na, he is just want to listen your offer, and if the offer is fitting, na, bang on, he'll swipe the card and done. And I'm not just that. We have walked the talk.
Yes.
You have walked the talk. This month you
Yeah.
had 100% conversion rate, right? Anyone who comes to your one-to-one get converted, right?
Yeah.
So
Many a times it also happens that you're trying to tell them what all other things, what is the process, and they're like, just tell me the price. I just want it. I will learn about it later. So that
yes.
is also something that happens, and it is possible, guys, even at the beginner stage. If you just do follow the steps, or you get an amazing mentor like Prateek, so it will make it so easy for you. Now,
Sure.
speaking of mentorship, let's see how is it working in your community. Let's have some insider looks behind the scenes. What goes around in your community? What all things do you teach? And what is the response? Because why take the word of a person? We need proof. We are logical
Okay.
beings. Let's do that.
Sure. I'll show you some of the testimonials I have. Sure, right. I mean, I've just documented few of them, right? So if you can see this, thanks Pratik, love the way you navigated through my pain point. Perfect, fabulous. I'm really impressed the way you are going. I trust you completely, right? I agree, money is an issue. You have changed my mindset. I trust you completely. I'm trusting you blindly. I'm sure it will turn me into a businesswoman and all that. Right. So that's exactly what I get on daily basis, right? This is just few of them I've just documented. Probably I'll add to the list, but that's what I'm getting. Yeah,
Great.
Ayushi.
Wow. There is the one thing I'm seeing very common in this. That is, I'm trusting you blindly. I am a mind blown. Like, I trust you completely. You change my mindset. So two
Yes.
things are very common here, and these are the two actual roadblocks that people, coaches, consultants, healers, all of us face. That why people are not converting, they are not 100% convinced. Why they are not convinced? Because they don't 100% trust you.
Hmm.
So, firstly, let's go with the first one, then I'll ask you the second. How do you get people to trust you? And this is universal. It literally works in every field, every business, and every conversation. Like, again, going back to the personal development hacks and communication, that if people can trust you can build strong relationships, you can make a business out of it, you can network with people, you can go to higher places. So this is actually a key factor. It's a life skill, not just for business, but in every way possible it works. So how do you get people to trust
Thank you, Ayushi. So if you can see all these results I've got in the first and second session itself. In fact, sometime in the discovery call itself, right? Uh, it's a very heavy statement. First of all, you feel though you feel overwhelmed or you feel really happy, you already it's a very heavy statement that someone writes that I trust you completely,
you?
I
Yes.
trust you blindly, right? And it's a very big thing. So what I have done in just one session, that they have such kind of heavy statements for me, right? The reason being, I'm not being pushy, right? I have clearly understood what are their problems, and first of all, I have listened to them, right? Like I said, half of them, there's a complete science to it. Like I said, every process has a science. So the science of having, getting their trust and in a right ethical way is, first of all, every client is different. Every client is unique. Please understand this, right? All the healers who have joined us, every client is unique. So first of all, whenever you are going to your one-to-one, listen them completely, right? Listen them calmly. They want themselves to be heard. Once you have done this, right, then you have to understand their pain points, and they will have a very vague idea of their pain points because it could be very random, right? So first of all, you have to navigate them through that randomness into something which is very structured, right? रात को नींद नहीं आ रही, प्रॉब्लम क्या है? रात को नींद नहीं आ रही, मुझे बहुत डर लगता है, आई एम फीलिंग वेरी fearful, I fear the future, I fear the present, right? Then you have to understand कि हो क्या रहा है. Okay, you have a stress. Why you have a stress? Okay, is it a financial stress? Is it a relationship stress? Is it a physical stress? Right? And then you create a solution out of it. Then via problems and your strength and your unique, you know, your unique USP or your USP for solving this problem will become the key point which will convert this client, right? So then you can give them the solution and eventually tell them the offer. By the time you will give them the solution, that they will be pre-sold. I can give it to you with 100% guarantee they will be pre-sold because you have heard them, you have jotted down the point, they have matched with one of the 18 to 20 pain points which we have already curated. We have the solution for everything, right? And then when you pitch the solutions and you like a doctor, you have diagnosed everything. Now they will give you money. Now they will be trusting you. They will be writing everything because they have not thought about it in such details. And all you have done is show them the mirror. That's it.
Right.
Right. So that's what happened. If I take a doctor's analogy here, now see, only that customer will convert who really has the pain which is unbearable now. Right. Whenever you have mild fever, etc., etc., you go to the chemist and you yourself dictate, okay, give me this medicine, give me this medicine, right? But that will not work. That will not work in some time. Why? Because the problem is now so severe that you have to consult a doctor, and that too a premium one, right? Then when you go to a doctor, that doctor actually asks, अच्छा पेन पॉइंट क्या है आपके, क्या क्या सिम्टम्स हैं, देन ही राइट सम टेस्ट. ही डायरेक्टली कोई सॉल्यूशन नहीं देता, जैसे केमिस्ट दे देता है, ये दवाई खा लो ठीक हो जाओगे, नहीं हुए तो मेरा क्या जा रहा है, ठीक है. So there's a difference between a chemist and a doctor, right? When the doctor do all those tests which we do in business idea validation, products and all those things, right? Now you have the exact pain problem which you don't assume. अभी आप assume कर रहे थे जब आप chemist के पास जा रहे थे. Now these are the exact pain problems क्योंकि reports के through आया है. And you can have the exact solutions. Once you know the exact problem, doctor can give you the exact solution. And mind you, that doctor is at least 100x expensive than chemist. But you don't trust your life on chemist. You trust that doctor on chemist in that biggest hospital. And that's
Was
what a
so
doctor will do.
relatable.
Yeah, so that's what you have to be. You have to, all the healers out here, out the mindset coaches, all the career coaches, you have to be a doctor, don't be a chemist. राइट. बिकॉज केमिस्ट के पास आप देखिए ना, आप पूरा सिनेरियो को इमेजिन कीजिए. केमिस्ट पे क्लाइंट डिक्टेट कर रहा है, गिव मी दिस मेडिसिन, गिव मी दिस, गिव मी दिस, अच्छा हेडेक है कुछ और दे दो, ये सब. ही इज डिक्टेटिंग द टर्म्स. बट when he goes to a proper doctor, doctor is dictating the terms because he trusts doctor. Now he has no other option but to trust doctor because the pain is so paramount that he knows that only this guy has a solution, because he'll go in depth and he will solve in depth.
Perfect. Perfect. So moving towards the end of a formal podcast, then we'll open the group to the Q&A. The key thing, the key problem that all the coaches, consultants, even business owners and healers face is that they have set their mind to a particular price. They kind of get attached to it, even to a point that the second the mentor is guiding them that this is the time to move up, to rise up, they are just not able to do it. And I know it's a subconscious thing because I have also been there. This was the exact problem I also faced. And another thing that, giving too much value on a very minimal price, which is basically undervaluing yourself. Again, been there, done that. But how do you get out of it? How do you raise or change your mindset that you can literally, are so confident pitching high ticket that I am worth the price and I'm confident asking for it? How do you get these people who are watching, are nuanced coaches, healers, consultants that are actually there? And I know a lot of people can connect to this. So how do we get these people to that thermostat that they are able to charge high ticket comfortably? Firstly, define what is high ticket. Many people have confusion on that as well.
Okay. Sure. I'll see. First of all, high ticket is a perception, right? 10,000 could be a high ticket for you. 1 lakh could be a high ticket for you. 10 lakh could be high ticket for you. A high ticket is something in which, okay, I'll give you a very small hack. You go in front of your mirror and start quoting the price of your services. The very first moment you get a laugh. That is your point where probably your threshold of high ticket is, right? Earlier, my high ticket threshold was okay. 1 month, I've seen people selling 1 year courses at 4,999. Let me do it at a 20,000 for 2 months. It will be high ticket. Then I got to know, yeah, this is peanuts. Then I made it 40,000, 60,000, 80,000. And every time I was doing it, I was still getting similar kind of results. I'm still at 100% conversion. It means everyone is saying yes, 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 which means you have to increase your money thermostat to a point where you are comfortable charging that. Right. I have seen people who do a 999 workshop or who do a 999 entire 1 year course at 999. Right. Why? Because of two primary reasons. First of all, they have a limiting belief कि मुझे आता ही इतना है. I know only stuff which is worth 999. मेरे को दो concepts आते हैं, दोनों समझा दिए, 999 में done. Right. If you have that limiting belief, guys, first of all, invest in yourself. Learn those high ticket techniques. Learn from some mentors who have done this. Right. It moves your money thermostat. आप कभी क्लाइंट से बोल ही नहीं सकते कि पे मी 1 lakh when you have never yourself gone beyond, let's say, a 5,999 or 1,000 rupees or a 10,000 rupee product, right? You don't know that environment. आप सामने से बोल ही नहीं सकते. How many of times type yes in chat you have heard from a high ticket client that I have invested in myself lakhs of rupees and hence I have that knowledge which I can deliver to you and hence I am asking this premium. Type yes if it buzzes a word to you, right? This
All of
happens.
them have heard this from me at least.
This happens, see, right? Because when you have not yourself played that high ticket game, you will be always uncomfortable asking for a high ticket or whatever that ticket be, right?
Right.
And the second thing is, when you have a 999 product, right? You come from a place where you think that अच्छा इतना कम मैं प्रोसेस, इतना कम मैं मनी रखूंगा या रखूंगी कि अगर वो चले भी गए तो नो प्रॉब्लम, राइट? देन यू हैव अ फियर ऑफ फेलियर, जो हमने सबसे पहले डिस्कस किया था कि 999 गए तो गए, कोई इतना बुरा नहीं गएगा, मुझे गाली नहीं देगा एंड ऑल. सी, यू आर स्टार्टिंग योर बिजनेस फ्रॉम फियर इटसेल्फ. चलेगा कैसे? आप ही को कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं है, राइट? अदरवाइज आप 999 पे रखते ही नहीं. And what I have seen is people convert their entire funnel upside down. What you have to do is, first of all, create trust. वो पूरा जो मैंने अभी PPT दिखाया था, आप वो, you have to create trust. You have to give them value, 10x value in the starting, free of cost. And once they have that trust, once they are into your world via engagement, via polls, via AMA, via webinars like this and all those things, right? They get trust. Okay, I have a problem. This guy has a solution, and this guy has a solution which I need to take now, right? And once all these steps are done, then probably you can, ask for all those high ticket or whatever ticket propositions you want to ask them for, and they will not say no because now the trust has been built. But लोग क्या करते हैं? Let me ask money in the first step itself. 999 कर लेता हूँ, 1,999 कर लेता हूँ in my workshop, right? They don't even know you, why they will even pay you 1 rupee. As simple as that, right? आप 10 rupees का भी कर लो तब भी नहीं आएंगे. Though you will say, यार 10 rupees भी नहीं आ रहे, मेरी तो जनता ही, all my target audience is very cheap. No. You have not provided any value. First of all, provide value, right? Once they are into your world, ask even 10x or 100x. I have seen people जो पहले 99 rupees की वर्कशॉप करते थे, अब वो फ्री करते हैं. पूरा फनल हमने चेंज किया है, and then they are asking 99999, which means 1 lakh rupee product, and people are buying that also. तो जो लोग 99 पे नहीं करना चाह रहे थे, वो अब 1 lakh पे करना चाह रहे हैं. Why? Because you have changed the proposition. You have first introduced them into your world, given them value, and now they have that trust that they can pay you high ticket or any ticket, right?
It's just
And
much
that,
like a relationship. You first
absolutely,
woo the people person, you build trust literally, and then it's literally like all the things that you're saying, it literally applies to every area of your life.
absolutely.
Amazing. I'm relating to this on a whole another level. So
Mhm.
people If you are not, you have missed something. Watch it again, at least twice. Okay. So for the podcast community, I have a rapid fire that I've asked, some surveys I have also done. I've asked some committee members. So this will be a rapid fire. Then we'll move on to our private premium Q&A that where they will directly ask you questions. So we'll make this quick. It's called Keep It Swift. So you have to give fast to the point answers. Are we ready?
Yeah,
Okay. So the first one is, how do you handle failure or setbacks in business?
I keep it neutral.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the biggest leadership lesson you have learned from your time at OYO, Upgrad, and Academy?
Okay. That you should always have plan B, plan C. You can't have just a single plan, plan A.
Okay. What are the most effective sales techniques for early age entrepreneurs?
Build trust. As simple as that. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, you are actually very precise. Amazing. How can I convert leads into loyal customers?
You have to give them 100x value. 10x value bare minimum, 100x value if you can, and they will become your loyalist for life. For life. There is nothing called as money recession. There is always a trust recession. Anyone who says कि अभी मेरे पास पैसे नहीं है, can you reduce, can you bargain, always remember there is always a trust recession. He has still not trusted you fully to give you money. Otherwise money recession नाम की कोई चीज होती ही नहीं है.
I'm getting flashbacks. I've seen this.
Yeah.
How do I avoid sounding too salesy when promoting a coaching or healing service? And this is actually a big problem. क्योंकि अभी सब लोग बहुत सारे वेबिनार्स और वन ऑन वन लोगों की हॉबी बन गई है, कहीं भी एनरोल करके बस वो देखते रहते हैं. So they are like कि हाँ ये भी देखा हुआ, ये भी देखा हुआ. So how do we avoid sounding too salesy?
Okay, so you have to increase your world in such a way that you are never in dearth of leads. And that's come when you provide too much value on your social media contents or social media handles and everywhere, right? So if you provide daily content, daily value nuggets, right? Uh, at one point or another, people will come across it and then they will get the value. They will want to enter your world, and you have to make it very smooth so that they can enter your world very easily, right? For example, you can have WhatsApp group, you can have Facebook groups, you can have, and there you can nurture them, then you can give them a community like feeling. And once all these things are done, right, they are booked for life because they don't want to come out of your community now because they are getting so much value. And once they get so much value, at one point given point of time, they will have that trust in which they will, connect with you at a personal level, on a one-to-one, and get sold easily or get converted easily.
Perfect. What trends do you see shaping entrepreneurship in the next 5 years? What is the scope of entrepreneurship in the next 5 years?
Huge. The very fact that I have left my high-paying job and full-fledged into sales consulting is a testimonial of that it's a huge potential. Just to give you some numbers, it's already a $325 billion industry, right? I have worked with edtechs who have served millions of students and people, right? And what I know is the growth trajectory, it is in double digits every year, which means by 2030 it could be $1 trillion industry itself.
Yeah,
And
that's the expectation.
yes, and what I see is people have a very limiting belief that the pie is limited, right? Let's say there are tens of healers in this community or in this podcast itself, right? They will think I will do something different, or probably I'll try to grasp this client because there are tens and twenties of healers in this group alone, right? Let me tell you, we are in the largest population of this world. We are in a country which has
This
the
is
largest population of this
exactly what I explained to one of my community members 2 days ago. I
world.
literally asked her, give me the exact number of the population of India.
Right, right.
And the reaction is priceless. And I have recorded it. I would like to share this. This is so precise. Oh my
Right.
God.
See, we have 143 crore people in this country alone, out of which 70 crore people are on internet already, right? How much you want? Let's say you are selling a product at 10,000 rupees, you want to make $1 million, let's say 8 crore. For math sense, let's make it 10 crore. How many of them you want? Hardly 1,000 or 10,000 out of 70 crores. Now do the percentage yourself. Even if
Exactly.
there are 1,000 healers just like you, the pie is still not limited. It is unlimited. It is unlimited for everyone. And that's the very reason I say give free knowledge like anything. You are doing good and let people copy you. It's okay. Makes sense, right? कोई बात नहीं. But you will slowly start making authority which can't be copied then. It's
Whoa, that
you
was
which can't be copied. Your target audience is just like you. If you have that limiting belief कि यार मैं दो ही कॉन्सेप्ट तो आते, दोनों ही बता दिए मैंने फ्री में तो बस खत्म. So then your target audience will be like that only. You will like attract, right? Right. So
like,
then
oh my God.
out of 2 concepts, make it 10 concepts. Yeah.
Wow. I have to say this that you're literally speaking some thoughts from my mind. Now I know how we have connected so well. We literally think alike.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of, standing out, how can coaches or healers stand out in the crowd of digital space right now?
Okay. Okay. For that, can I use one testimonial to show you?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. I'll show you, and you will exactly get what I want to communicate for this answer. Let me know if you can hear that. Give me a second. I think we have some technical glitch.
I People will provide career development and upskilling services for IT professionals. Before consulting Pratik, I was finding it very difficult to reach out to the prospects and convert them to leads and convert them to customers. Then I reached out to Pratik to help me out with lead conversion. After consulting, I got to know that it's not the lead conversion, but end to end process is important. So he helped me out to validate my business idea, do the market research, and identify the pain point of the customers. I realized that what I was thinking is not actually what customer needs. Then we drill down on product clarity. We have created more bundling products or services for the company. And then I realized that I am selling my services at very lower rate where I could charge 50% higher. After consulting with Pratik, I have changed that model and pricing strategy. And now I'm feeling more confident that I'll be able to sell the same services at the higher price. Later, he has also helped me with the website development. My website was more of jazzy and kind of throwing all the information at once. But he has reviewed it for 3 times and he has suggested few things which has actually changed my whole sales funnel. Then he is helping me with the development of sales funnel in the CRM, right from onboarding the customer to the website, booking one-on-one call till CRM. So he has helped me end to end, plus how to nurture the leads, how to convert the leads, everything. He is there for me whenever I need it. Sometimes I feel very low and stressful because of these overwhelming tasks which I need to do as an entrepreneur. But absolutely, whenever I feel that I am stuck somewhere, I just reach out to Pratik, and he has solution for almost everything. Thank you so much, Pratik.
So I think this alone gives answer to what exactly you were saying. I'll just take one more minute and
Thank you for all the one-to-one sessions that we had. Your idea validation session we had that gave me super confidence that I'm going to have the customers as soon as I'm going to launch. And your market survey ideas has given me more inputs in how I need to framework my courses or my counseling sessions. And the second one-to-one when we had, it has really given me goosebumps, especially because I was not very confident of doing one-to-one coaching or one-to-one counseling because I was thinking the only way to do is through one-to-many. And the second barrier that you actually broke and which is actually helping me motivate me move forward as fast as possible is how to charge high ticket. So the high ticket concept was something it never came in my mind. And I was thinking, and I was stuck in that 3,999, 4,999 kind of a value. It was not so motivating because I was thinking how many students I need to bring in to achieve that value, how to scale my business. I never found that there's a scope of scaling my business. So this barrier, when you have broken, It has really helped me, and now I'm going to take it forward as soon as possible.
So I think, sorry, I took a minute more, right? But this was important. As you can see, everyone has almost a similar kind of a question and the initial state which they had and the final state which they had, right? Uh, the limiting belief was, okay, I know some concepts which I can sell for 4,999, 3,999 and all those things. And then probably I will not even think about 1 lakh product or a high ticket product or something like that because people will shoo away from me. And what exactly happened after that, I think in all the testimonials which I have shown, it has come through very crisp and clear that yes, you can charge provided you understand your customer properly. You understand them like a back of your hand. And then only you can do all those things, right? So the tip to entrepreneurs, if you want to, you know, take even 1 rupee from your customer and sell at 1 rupee or 1 lakh rupee or 1 crore even, right? Understand the pain point of your customers. There's a science to it, there's a technique to it, right? And we are just not saying by saying it. And then you can provide the curated solution with bang on hit on that problem. And then they are ready. They are already pre-sold. Say 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, doesn't matter.
Wow, perfect. What a perfect sentence to end the podcast on. Thank you so much for this complete circle and your amazing insights and a very unique and creative way of explaining things. And it was really simplistic, but we have still covered a lot of ground on all aspects of entrepreneurship, online coaching, business ownership, all of it, and even sales, lead generation, marketing, literally everything. So, this is the end of our official podcast. So, everyone watching us on YouTube, it's your duty to share your learnings and check out his profiles. Everything is in description. You can book a one-on-one call with this person. अगर आपने इसको discover किया है and through the podcast and you think कि और जानना जरूरी है और समझना जरूरी है और थोड़ी हैंड होल्डिंग की जरूरत है, so you can go to the description. You can book a one-on-one call with Pratik, or you can also join the WhatsApp group. And for the people already in the Zoom meeting, you will have the link in your chat box right now. So you can join it right away. For the other people, please check out the description. You will get everything there, the profiles, the links to book one-on-one session, and the exclusive VIP WhatsApp group. So go ahead, start your WhatsApp journey, start your entrepreneurship journey and launch your product right now. Now subscribe to the channel because ऐसे और भी बहुत सारी amazing चीजें आपको मिलती रहेगी, including personal development, Ho'oponopono and EFT healing, and lot of other amazing stuff on my podcast. So share it with people who want to start this journey. Do not forget to share your learnings in the comments. अगर कोई question है या कोई ऐसा dimension है जो हमने miss कर दिया, tell us in the comments and we will try to make it a series or maybe do another podcast to cover all the remaining aspects of this particular topic. And that suffices. I'll rest my tongue. So let us know how much you learned and how much you still need to learn more. So keep learning, keep going, and all the best for your entrepreneurship journey. I'll see you in the next one. Love, love, Nosamos. Now we can begin our private premium session for the Q&A.
Okay.